What's going on, everybody? I'm back again with another vlog, and today I'm gonna head to another neighborhood that I like in Kuala Lumpur. Well, two neighborhoods are not far from each other, which is KL Sentral, but it's like a massive developed area with a huge train station that connects you from different parts of KL and Malaysia. And then I'm gonna walk towards Brickfields, which is also known as Little India. So it's really hot out here today, and I'm not too far from my accommodation, but I'm gonna head towards the MRT station underground, take the train towards the location and get off the nearest stop. You know, that way I avoid the heat. And then once I get off, I'm gonna show you guys what's happening around the area and what it looks like. So without further ado, join me. So this area over here is pretty nice. You know, they got like a lot of nice developed buildings. Then they're popping up a lot of skyscrapers. So I think the MRT should be towards my right, according towards the map. So I gotta make a right, and then it's the green line. That it goes also like outside KL, it goes to another area nearby, surrounding areas. I guess the suburbs, but we'll see. There's also some of the high-rise buildings, modern buildings. But I think the MRT should be like over that way. I'm gonna figure it out. There should be a sign that say this is Exchange TRX. Or maybe there's a massive plaza here that I can walk around for a bit. So this area is like a mixture of mall, residences, and I guess like office buildings all together with the skyscrapers. And here they're popping up another tall building. Good thing they have this shades over here that I can walk, you know, to protect myself from the sun. This area is called a TRC City Park. So it's like a newly developed area over here, and that's like the map. And then they got the plaza thing on the other side. In my previous video, KL, you can see I walked the other way and I'll show you what was happening. Yeah, the MRT is right here. I'll see the sign, so I think I just gotta go underneath the station. This is Rasan Exchange Stop. And I just gotta go underneath and take the train down. Goes deep down, pretty futuristic. You know, they got a couple of subway lines in Kuala Lumpur. And the best of all, good air conditioning. So that's what we need out here in countries like this. Just like that, I'm in the station now, I just gotta go down the platform. Gotta tell you, these stations are pretty deep down, wow. And there's just a couple of lines that connects here in the same station, but yeah. So I made it in this top Museum Negara. This would take me straight to KL Central, but it's one of the major train stations out here in Kuala Lumpur. Here are the signs heading towards KL Central. They also got like a lot of hotels around the area, so we'll check it out. So what I like about this area is how the stations are literally connected, you know, through a bridge, and you can walk indoors without having to go outside in the heat. So I'm following the signs where it says KL Central, which I remember that station pretty well because I was staying in that area my first time that I came to Kuala Lumpur. So it's good. It feels good to be back and remember my first time when I came to Malaysia. So that's the street over there, you know, and this is not too far from the other area, the Brickfields. It's crazy, we gotta go up, we gotta go down. It says that they're clearly KL Central, so now we go down and there should be the train station down here. There's also a massive mall right here that they built years ago that it connects with the train station, where we can walk around a little bit and show you what's going on right there. And it says the logo, Visit Malaysia 2026, truly Asia. So they promote the country pretty well. And you can exit right here, you know. Here we are in KL Central. And this is the train station out here. I like to call it like the Penn Station of Malaysia or Kuala Lumpur. You can take multiple railroad lines over here. You just got to figure where. I think over that way you could take the KLIA Express, which will take you straight to Kuala Lumpur International Airport, which is outside the city center. A little bit far, but this train will take like about 30 minutes from here to get down there. And they have restaurants, stores around here, you know, so you can walk around. There's a lot of things to do around the station. This is the massive train station out here. So you could take, I think, like 4 different train lines. You got the KTM commuter, I think that takes you to other regions of Malaysia, including Penang, and then the KLIA Express, KLIA Transit Rapid KL. So I went for Penang, but I took the bus, but I would love to take the train. It seems like it's a really good experience to do that, but and I think if I walk straight, it would take me towards the mall. I'm trying to remember, because it's been a minute since I've been here. But here's another place. Welcome to New Central, which is a massive mall that they have out here in this area. So we're gonna walk around the mall a little bit, and then we're gonna start hitting the street level to show you the vibes out there. And this is the massive mall here, and they also got a monorail that will go straight for Bukit Bintang. This is funny, you can connect from KL Central, I guess cross the mall and take it right here to monorail without having to go to the street level, which I think that is actually really awesome. This is an idea how massive the mall is. Multi-levels, they even have like a market in the first floor, which is actually really cool. You know, here's the monorail line, which is like the green line that would take you into the city center of Kuala Lumpur, so you can literally connect here through the mall. But then if you walk outside, it's gonna be a pretty interesting street scene that you guys are gonna see. The only thing, the weather is a little bit hot. But I'm gonna make my way down to the street level to show you the vibes of what's going on there, and then we're gonna walk towards Brickfield. This is what it looks like, a modern futuristic escalator. So I'm gonna turn back to my left and show you some of the street scenes. Keep in mind that it's really brutally hot out here. So we're in the borderline of Brickfields, also known as Little India. And over here, there are a lot of restaurants that are open 24/7. Wow, I miss this area. I remember it's a special place for me because this is the first area that I stayed when I came to Malaysia for the first time. So they got a lot of restaurants out here that are open even late at night or even 24/7. I'm trying to remember which one I ate. I think it was the ABC Bistro Cafe. I'm trying to see what's going on over here. And if I remember my way, one thing that you know you're in Little India or Brickfields is when you see like this signs over this way, like the arc, that's so you have an idea where you're at. Then they got like markets like this, clothing stores. I can smell also, I'm not sure if it's a perfume or some type of herbs that the Indians use, but the same smell that I was smelling in the Little India in Georgetown, I smell it out here in KL too. So, and at the end I see the Menara Tower. So yeah, it's like the mixture of the modern architecture with the old architecture. Then you see the hotels, St. Regis, which is a high-end hotel based in KL Central. So, but I think Brickfields is on my other side. But now I'm gonna turn back and walk straight to the main street of Brickfields. And you're gonna see all the action, all the herbs, like all the colors, all what the neighborhood has to offer. So I think it's gonna be pretty vibrant. Trying to reminisce, you know, when I came here about 2 years ago and see if anything has changed or how it looks like. But I think it's still gonna be pretty vibrant. Cool that they connect modern buildings, you know, from one side to another one, so easy accessible to get around the whole city of KL. And this is underneath the train station. It's like a pedestrian plaza they got going on. Well, not the train, actually the monorail that they got down here. But I'll show you the vibes that's happening down here. I guess it's an area where you can park your motorbikes. And then to your left, you'll be getting like markets and restaurants. It's really hot for me to be eating outside, so not really that hungry either, so I'm just exploring the area because you know I love exploring different streets. I don't think I walked this street ahead of me, so I'll see what's going on right here. It looks pretty nice. And in the nighttime, it's pretty nice out here because they be lighting up the whole streets with restaurants and lights. A lot of hotels over here too. I stay in the Aloft Hotel, which is a brand of Marriott. Of course, I stayed there because that time I used to work for the company, so I could get like discounts and not pay much. But this is what you get, you know, like a lot of restaurants out here like this. And if you see a lot of people, a lot of locals going in, that's how you know the restaurant has like good quality of food and probably affordable price, and the taste is really delicious. So it's crazy. I don't think I walked this area when I came the first time, so now I'm literally exploring the area. So I think it's really cool. And then they got like the streets paved with cobblestones, but I mean, there's like tons of neighborhoods out throughout Kuala Lumpur that's pretty worth to explore. But I think I'm gonna turn back and check out the other side to see what exactly is going on. So a nice looking street and the cobblestones, multicultural, and then some of the buildings, they have some nice colors. And here you see the mixture of buildings with the high-rise condos in the back. I don't even remember if they had those tall buildings behind there or they developed it. It's been 2 years, so a lot could change in 2 years out here in Asia. What I like about Brickfields is all these restaurants that they got here that you can eat. So all you gotta do is just walk around, see the vibes of the people, and then you just go in and you eat your food. So, oh, they got the new hotel here. And it's pretty nice. It's kind of new too. And they got like barbershop. I like the cobblestone sidewalks. 7-Eleven, they literally got it all out here. So, wow, even got Domino's pizza. But why would you want Domino's when they got all the local cuisine out here? So So yeah, apparently I missed this area the last time I came. I never walked for it, so taking advantage. The neighborhood's not really that big, so I'm trying to make the most of it. Restaurant Jaya? So yeah, tons of restaurants out here, that's for sure. It's another one right here. Another tiny hotel, I guess affordable hotels. Yeah, the street keeps going, not too busy now, I guess, because it's still early and the heat is brutal. It's like, I checked, it was like 106 out here, so. Oh, there's a sign that says, I love Brickfields. So everyone I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk all the way towards the other side, then merge into the other way. Life Hotel. So I'm noticing a lot of nice, cute hotels around here, so this is actually a good area to stay because you know what? You're really close to the train station, and even better, you could take the train to the airport and then any other train line and connect it to any parts of Kuala Lumpur conveniently. So you probably pay a little bit more affordable than if you stay at the city center. Oh, they even have a market out here. There's a sign here, Complex Brickfields. I think in the nighttime this comes out to life. But let me see what's happening out here. We got this, and where is the sign that says I love Brickfields? I saw it somewhere around here. Here, I love Brickfields. And then once you get outside the main street, it's just mostly regular apartment complex like this where the locals live. I'll probably merge into some of the local streets to see the vibes and how people live out here. Because the vibes literally change when you get off the main street and you go into a regular local street. You can see how a lot of the local people, they live out here in KL. So but now let's make it towards the main street and we start walking the heart of Brickfield. You can still see the high-rise buildings of KL Central. There's even more high-rise buildings over here. Wow, I literally smell like fried chicken. I guess Malaysia is really famous for having some good fried chicken, And here you see a regular street, how the buildings look like. Getting towards Tun Sabantan Road, which is the massive road where they got all the main etching of Brickfields. There's not really much going on over this way, but once I pass towards the other side and merge into an intersection, you're gonna start literally seeing the heart of Little India, where the people, the business are, all the colors, you're in Brickfields, like I said, when you see all this art over here. It gives it like a really nice vibe to the neighborhood. And they got some good restaurants. I'm trying to see if I remember the restaurant that I ate here when I arrived. It wasn't Indian, it was kind of like a mixture of Chinese and Malaysian fusion all together, but the food was actually pretty good and it was pretty affordable too. So some of the modern high-rise buildings in Brickfield. A lot of neighborhoods that connect over here. And here they got the same concept where they got the ceiling that covers you from the heat and the rain. I want to see if the business that I ate is still out here. I'm just trying to remember, it's been so long. You see the nice architecture. Like I say, I think this building is new. The way how it looks like in the first floor, it looks pretty nice and shiny, and I really don't remember seeing it when I came here the first time. We got Minara Shell, which is super, super tall, futuristic architecture that I got down here. So I'm gonna watch with the video before the sun kills me and cooks me. Then over here's where I'm literally hitting the heart of Brickfields, Little India. It's crazy, this building for sure is new. And then ahead of me, I see another building that it's new too. It's crazy how they build like some tall, massive buildings out here within a year, 2 years maybe. Yeah, this was not here the last time I came. I'm trying to remember, but definitely for sure it was not out here. But then all the action's gonna get right here. The heart of Brickfields with all the colors, the diversity that Kuala Lumpur has to offer. You can start seeing the fountain, and those skyscrapers are new. They literally built two there. There's another one in the back, so maybe they just built it. Like I said, I don't remember. But trying to reminisce my time out here, it was a dream of mine to come to Malaysia when I was a kid, and I made it here. And this was actually the first neighborhood that I landed. The last time I came here, it was actually busier, but like I say, it's still early. Maybe in the afternoon or the nighttime is when this neighborhood comes out to life. But it used to be like street vendors over here, so I don't know if they changed the rules and they had to clear it out, but I want to show you the streets in front of me. It's literally like a spacious sidewalk with nothing out here, just the main stores, but the architecture is literally gorgeous and the colors and everything is beautiful. And here's nice too with the tall skyscraper. Now guys, guys, welcome to the heart of Brickfields, where all the action happens right now. So you'll see a lot of beautiful colors, a lot of business. Even in the other side is gorgeous. You know, it's one of my favorite neighborhoods in KL. I'm gonna walk this side and I'm gonna cross and walk the other side to show you the vibes that's going on. So I was actually gonna skip the neighborhood because I've been here already about far. You know what? Why not check it out again to see what's going on? And it's always good to explore different districts out in KL, you know. So yeah, the city never stops to impress me. Like I say, Kuala Lumpur is the city that you should not skip. You should make it in your bucket list to explore because there's a lot of diversity, a lot of action happening in this beautiful city in Malaysia. So there's an overpass that I'm gonna cross so I can make it towards the other side. I think there's a regular street over here too. I kinda wanna check it out of curiosity to see what are the vibes out here. So here's more the neighbor. I wanted there's a regular street here that I can explore. And they got an Indian joint. Wow, a lot of nice bread. Chop masala, the chapati, the naan bread. Indian desserts they sell here, which is pretty famous all over. I'm gonna make it one of the regular streets out here in Brickfield to show you how it changes, you know. Like I say, it's not a big neighborhood, but I want to show you some of the apartment complex that they got going on over here that I think is pretty interesting to look at. So these are like the back side of the buildings. And then a lot of people, they live, you know, in apartments like this. Like I say, they hang their clothes by the balcony. I guess they naturally dry it with extremely hot weather, you know, out here, the natural ways. And they got lots of vegetation out here. Oh, what they got going on here? Tons of restaurants. Seems like they might open in the afternoon. Then there's another restaurant right here in the corner. Yes, I'm just trying to see everything that the neighborhood has to offer besides the main street, you know. I love exploring every single corner. There's not much over here, just a couple of trees and a couple of businesses out here. Pretty quiet comparing to the main street, but I like how well paved the sidewalks are. It must be like a Thai seafood. I guess it's like a Thai restaurant out here. The street here I missed it the last time I came. You can see tons of restaurants with locals eating over here. I think most of the people who are of Indian descent out here in Malaysia, they're from South India. Not sure how to pronounce it, Tamil, I think Tamil. Probably the language that they speak, but they settle out here, you know, because centuries ago the British, kind of like when they were colonizing, they brought them over here as slave trades, and then they've been living out here for generations. So that's why if you come out here to Malaysia, you'll see a lot of Indians live out here. You know, they're Malaysians too. So here's just some condos, and wow, they look pretty nice. Apartments, pretty nice and tall. This one looks cool, looks like it's new. I want to show you this building that's to my left side. Let me see, I'm gonna walk around where the cars are. Just to show you like the outskirts and how people live out here. We got this one here to my left. Nothing crazy, but then this one ahead, it caught my attention. There goes a train, and then these are some of the buildings. They can really paint it and make it nicer, you know. I guess it's how most of the locals would be living out here. Now let's make it toward this way, and it will take me towards the main action of Little India to see what's going on. Gonna walk by where there's more shade of the trees because I tell you, the heat is intense. Good thing I took the subway and I walked in the mall and KL Sentral, so that kind of helped me out with the heat, you know. Other than that, I would be baking out here in the extreme hot weather that Malaysia has. So this is a residential street, apartment for rent. Man, this building looks nicer. It's actually nicer right here in the heart of Brickfield, so. Yeah, but I love looking at the locals out here and the diversity. Then if I go at the end, it would take me in that busy intersection where they got the fountain with the lights and the colors and everything. Then I walk the other side. I haven't walked here because I think there are some little streets that have like markets that you can check out in between. That's how some of the apartments are. They look kind of run down, so if they renovated or painted, it'll look a little bit more attractive, you know. Like I said, you see this in many countries, especially in Asia, like the contrast. Here we are exiting back again where the main action happens of Little India. Then they got like a food stall down there. So I'll probably do a little left to see what's happening. Then I'm gonna turn back and showcase you the other side and then just wrap up the video of Brickfields. I'll tell you, once you stay out for too long outside, that's when the heat literally starts to kick in. I think I've been out for like 30 minutes and I'm already feeling it. Good thing I'm wearing a hat so that way it doesn't go straight from my head, you know. There's all like literally, most of the places here, they don't have air conditioning. They're just like open spots with the fan in the ceiling. And then you just eat like literally like your regular food. One of the buildings looks like a lot of business in the first floor and the motorbikes park. Then I'm gonna make it back towards the main street to show you what's going on over there. and then we call it the afternoon for this episode out here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And this side has more action than the other side. You can see all the clothing stores, food spots, you know, even markets where they sell like fresh fruits and everything. Yeah, now I remember like the first time I came here, you know, the great vibes of what a neighborhood looks like, you know. And they got like sweet desserts out here that they sell, so. And of course they got vegetables, so it's really cool. It keeps going over here. I spotted like something, I'm not sure if it's like a market in the middle of the street, so gonna check it out to see what's going on. One thing I'm remembering is those coconut desserts that I saw that they sell out here. I'm a huge fan of coconut, and they got like those little square joints that are like Indian desserts. They sell them all over here, so I might pick up some on the way since it's my last day out here in Malaysia. Bring a souvenir and bring something to snack on, especially with coffee. I think that would be actually pretty interesting. Yeah, but they got a lot of joints out here. It's usually like the little ones that they sell out there. Those are really good. I think it's 10 ringgits, I'm not sure. But I think that's gonna conclude my episode over here exploring Brickfields in Kuala Lumpur. I had an awesome evening out here, even despite the heat. I had a blast, you know, exploring the neighborhood to see what's going on, how much that's changed. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.